Oh, hey there, everybody. It's Rosie Bits. I am back with another tantric tip with Rosie Bits. Like, subscribe, grab my free gift. I have a wonderful free gift. If you're from Presenting Human, even if you're not, you're gonna dig it. You might as well have it. It's like a whole course. I should probably charge for it, but I don't because I just want you to have it for free. So grab that. Okay, this week, Yoni Yoga. What the hell is it, and should you be doing it? So there's been some debate about Yoni Yoga in the last few years, and it's something that I was taught through my tantric training, and I love it. It is good stuff for most people with yonis. Not everybody, because not every human or yoni is the same. But the people that I've worked with, it's worked well. I've had incredible results myself with it. But not all yoni yoga is the same. It's not all created equally. So let's just take a few minutes to break it down and talk about it. So from the teachings that I got, yoni yoga and using things like jade eggs comes from a Taoist tradition, and it is a couple thousand years old. So there's a long tradition of using it. And traditionally, you would use jade, sometimes I think a few other gemstones or those hard crystals, but not everything. It wasn't like you could get every, yoni ball or yoni egg in every color of the sun and with every stone that you can get these days. And now, from our perspective, at this point in time, there is a very good reason for that. Jade, rose quartz, a couple of the other stones are hard enough and non-porous enough that you can safely put them in your vagina without them gathering, your vaginal fluids and then sitting out and growing bacteria because they've all gotten into the little cracks, or having them break in your vagina. Really important. You do not want something crystallized to break inside your vagina. That would be a very bad situation. And you don't want to be putting something that can grow bacteria back into your vagina. All things that are like a heavy duty no, don't do. So when people are debating about using yoni balls, what they often don't realize is that there is a different type of hardness and porousness for different stones. And so you utilizing certain stones, you can get as hard and non-porous as you would with the dildos that you buy and the things that are approved to put inside your vagina. Okay, so number one, do your research. You can find this easily on the internet. It's no big deal. Look up the porousness and the hardness of that stone. There are lots of different resources. If you just Google it, you will find it. But I can very safely say that rose quartz and jade go really well inside the vagina. Jade, especially as far as like energetically as well, is kind of the closest thing to our natural energetic. It is a hard stone. It is a non-porous stone. So I can say that with all assurance. Now that you're gonna look it up, you're gonna get some information, you're gonna Google this a bit, because you're not gonna just trust me, you're gonna do your own investigation as well, which is always important. We don't wanna just, take a look and take everything for granted that, I saw it on YouTube, it must be true. No, go and investigate for yourself as well. But once you've done that, you're like, well, should I do that? Like, what are the benefits? So for me, the benefits, and I can't do it all the time, I find having actually the crystals in there quite activating, so I do that here and there, but the exercises are good to do often. And the benefit is that your yoni, especially as you're aging, or especially if you're not having penetrative sex, they have a saying like, you don't use it, you'll lose it. And you're not going to lose your yoni, but it will start to atrophy once you get postmenopause. So having a healthy yoni that you're utilizing the muscles in there, increases your ability to be juicy, to be lubricated. It keeps those juices flowing. It increases the ability to have, just those muscles stay healthy within the vagina. And then also for you to be connected to your yoni, you can do a lot of healing and a lot of releasing of blocks by starting to feel very consciously what's happening in your yoni. And when you do exercises, especially using a jade egg or a couple of little yoni balls, then it gets you conscious into your yoni and into what's going on and how to use it. It can also create incredible orgasms for yourself, for your partner. I have a very articulate pussy. One of my friends said to me, who's doing yoni massage to me, and he's like, wow, you have a very articulate pussy. And that's because I've been doing yoni exercises for a number of years now. So there's lots going on in there. There's lots that I can do and that I can feel and that I can enjoy with a partner or on my own. So, you know, it keeps your overall vaginal health, like bumps it up, keeps it healthy, keeps it lubricated, creates more pleasure for yourself, for others, keeps you connected to your yoni, helps to release blocks and to do healing. I know for myself, when I came to this practice, I was getting polyps and I was having to get them removed every couple of months, and it was really disconcerting. I would have these polyps grow my cervix. I bled every time after sex for 5 years. I would go and get these removed and get them biopsied. They come back benign, but it was still extremely disconcerting, and it made sex a lot less fun when every time I would have these kind of like exploding blood. Like, it wasn't exploding, but it was enough that it was scary. It was different than having a period. And so when I started this practice, within a few months that cleared up and has never come back. Now, I don't have a scientific reason to say to you, oh, here's the science behind what happened, or, you know, yada, yada, yada. If you're having issues with your yoni like that, go to the doctor, go to the gynecologist, get them to check it out. All of those things are important. Do all of that, which I did. I did all of that. And when I started this practice, it stopped. It healed. And I think from a Buddhist perspective, I was having some stagnant blood in that area, and I was having some healing that needed to happen. And yoni yoga really helped me accelerate that healing. And it's continued keeping my yoni healthy on an emotional, spiritual, and physical level. Yeah? So the other question that I get is, you know, why have the yoni balls is just doing Kegels the same? Say, is yoni yoga and Kegels the same? So I would say not quite. Kegels are awesome. Although most people are not doing Kegels correctly, you do need to be trained by somebody who has an idea of how the pelvic floor works and how can train you how to do them properly, so you're utilizing those muscles in a way that's beneficial to you, and so that you also understand that both the contraction and the release are equally important. So yoni yoga, you're focusing on the physicality, and hopefully you'll be trained by somebody who's quite knowledgeable, so they have all that understanding of the pelvic floor, right? So you're learning how to actually bring that pelvic floor up, hold it, and release it at will. And then the secondary part is you're bringing conscious energy with yoni yoga. So your Kegels you're just going to do in the car, and sometimes I do yoni yoga in the car too. But you're bringing like a conscious healing energy when you're doing yoni yoga, and that in and of itself is also important. You're bringing mindfulness and attention to your vagina and to your vulva. Now, when you add in the yoni balls, that bumps it up to another level. So you're bringing in the healing of whatever that crystal is that you're putting in. Again, not every single crystal, so look it up, which ones are healthy to put in your yoni. So you're bringing in that healing element. If you have a quartz crystal that you're putting in, you're actually creating this little piezoelectric current inside your yoni, which I don't think has been studied by science, but I would be really curious to have it be studied by science as to how that works in the yoni. I think it's quite healing and quite beneficial. But then you're also bringing something into your vagina so that you can really focus on utilizing the muscles in a certain way. So it's multifaceted. So for me, is yoni yoga good? Should you do it? Yes, with information, with proper instruction, with being informed so that you can do it safely in a way that's beneficial to your yoni. If you can do all those things, then it's a hell yes for me. I love it. I do it. I recommend it. I teach it. I don't have an online course for Yoni Yoga. I have it mixed into some of my courses, but there's some wonderful people who do. I believe Authentic Tantra has a course. We'll put them down there so you can check them out. Also, Rosie Reese. I think she's called the Pleasure Palace. I think that's her website. Check them out, get the information. Good luck, enjoy, yay, yay to Yonis. Okay, I love you.